standing up there looking around at with the pavement just filled with people. I think there's probably, we had over 1,000 people coming in pre-registered, and we had a number register yesterday and today. So I'm guessing there are well over 1,200 people here. And it's an amazing feeling that, 20 years later, people still think that they still view this as one of their favorite events. And for a lot of runners, this is one of their favorite road races that they've ever done. And we've had people that have come back every 20 years, and we've had people that have won it every year for 20 years. So it's just really an amazing feeling. I know people are here because it's a fun event, but I know they're also here to remember Jeff and remember all those that died on 9/11, remember the service members who made the ultimate sacrifice. We have one in our own town, Danny Vasilian, in 2013. He was killed in Afghanistan, so we honor him. And all those who died since 9/11 as a result of their service, as first responders and contractors working at Ground Zero who are suffering from lung disease and cancer. And today we're also, paying tribute to the first responders. And I think part of the reason that the numbers are so big today is because people they've been looking for an event like this. We haven't had it for almost 2 years, and people have just wanted to get out, and it's a beautiful day. And we really focus on service here. And so, we encourage people to bring food for the food pantry and their old electronics for cell phones for soldiers. And the vibe here is it's upbeat, but respectful. People know that it's both a remembrance ceremony and event, but it's also a celebration of the work that we've accomplished in the last 20 years. And that work isn't going to end today. It's just this event ends today. And we wanted to send it off in a big way. And I think with the help of so many people, I think we've accomplished that. Well, we lived here for 7 years when Jeff was killed. We moved here in 1994 when my youngest was born. And he was a soccer coach for my daughter. He was always out and about. People knew him. He was tall. He was 6'4", so he was easy to find in a crowd. And people remember him for his smile and his wit. He loved to make people laugh, and he was just, he was a great dad first and foremost. That was his pride and joy, is being a dad. He was there with my daughter at her cheerleading practices. He'd be sitting in the bleachers reading his paper. He was a supporter of my son playing hockey in the early mornings, and my other daughter playing soccer, coaching her teams and stuff. And he was really a family man, and that's the best thing about him, is how much he loved all of us and his own family, his siblings and his parents. Years we revisited, and we never had anything less than 800 people here, so it was never like people are losing interest, maybe we should think about putting it to a stop. But every 5 years we revisited, and at 5 years I said, I'm not ready. 10, I'm not ready. 15, I said, well, let's look at 20. I think that's going to be the time to usher it over the finish line. And I held to that, and I contacted my family, and mostly in Arizona, and I said, start saving your pennies because I want you guys there, and God bless them, 3/4 of my very large family came out. So, I've got about 30 family members here with me, and my college roommate came out with her sons from 3 different states. So that's the cool thing too, is we have, I think, 12 states represented here this year, and it's just really amazing. So we wanted to go out on top, and we knew that all good things come to an end. Road races can't last forever. And part of the reason is too, I'm tired. We've been doing this for a long time. My committee has been very committed to it, and I wanted to give them a break too. And it feels like the right time. It's very bittersweet. As I said earlier, I've shed a lot of tears, and I will continue to today. It felt strange being here yesterday, setting up for the last time. And it felt strange running across the finish line knowing next year at this time, the school will be empty. But town of Abington and the school district has cooperated with us for so many years. I'm hoping somebody else will pick this up and do something great with it and benefit another cause. So what happens with the foundation from here? We have marathon runners from the John Hancock Marathon Program, and we're hoping to continue that for a little while. We have 3 runners that will be running for us on October 11th, and we're hoping to get bibs again to have runners run for us in April if it happens then. So there are other ways that we're looking to raise money, and this year the foundation, we went into it raising as much money as we usually raise at the end. So we know we're doing really well this year. So I'm just extremely grateful to everybody that came out for it, to the people that helped make it happen. The American Legion has been amazing. They're manning the beer tent today. So I reached out to the town and said, it's the last one. I've been to a lot of road races that have beer tents. Is there any chance we can have one? I know it's on school property, but can you make an exception? And I wrote to the superintendent, and they granted it to us. And the superintendent said, this is the first, and it will be the last time beer is sold on school property or served on school property, and nobody can pull it off but you. So I take that as a compliment. But so we just, we want everybody to enjoy today, remember what they're here for, but remember that it's all about remembering in service and just being kind to each other, because that's what it's all about. We need to get back to where we were 20 years ago, post 9/11, when everybody came together and it was just a feel-good society. Everybody was, flying their flags, and it didn't matter if you had different opinions. Everybody worked together, and we really, really need to get back there, and I'm hoping events like this will help us do that.
State Representative Allison Sullivan, ladies and gentlemen.
Good morning. Well, Christy, you didn't know about this part, and it is my honor to do this for you. Good morning. What a beautiful day. It is great but not surprising to see so many people here to support the Coombs family for their final Jeff Coombs Memorial Road Race. As the DJ said, my name is Allison Sullivan. I'm the state representative, but I'm also a resident of Abington. I grew up with Matthew. I was in school with Matthew when the tragedy happened on 9/11, so this is very special to me. Thank you, Christy, Matt, Megan, Julia, Mr. Coombs, Jeff's brothers Chuck, Doug, and Bill, and Jeff's sisters, and Jeff's late mother Mona. Just doesn't seem nearly enough. Through your work in the name of Jeff, you have lightened burdens, you have turned tears into smiles, you have given hope to those feeling hopeless, and you have given comfort to friends and strangers. You've inspired others to do more. It is my privilege to present you with this resolution from the House of Representatives. Sorry. Massachusetts House of Representatives resolution recognizing the Jeff Coombs Memorial Foundation on its 20th and final road race, Family Walk, and Family Fun Day in the town of Abington. Whereas the Jeff Coombs Memorial Foundation was created in November 2001 in response to the incredible outpouring of support to the Coombs family after Jeff Coombs was killed on Flight 11 in the September 11, 2001 terrorist attacks. And whereas Christy Coombs, Jeff Coombs' wife, inspired a legion of volunteers to help others as a way to turn a tragedy into a positive and pay it forward. And whereas the Jeff Coombs Memorial Foundation has raised and distributed well over $1 million for the benefit of hundreds of families and individuals experiencing hardship because of the death, illness, and other unexpected circumstances. And whereas the Jeff Coombs Memorial Foundation has also awarded scholarships to the Abington High School college-bound seniors, supported area programs, funded enrichment programs in the schools, assisted other nonprofits, helped military families in need, and hosted holiday parties for the troop families. Therefore, be it resolved that the Massachusetts House of Representatives hereby recognizes the Jeff Coombs Memorial Foundation on its 20th and final road race, Family Walk, and Family Fun Day in the town of Abington, and all its work to better the community, and further extends its sincere appreciation for the important and life-changing work. And be it further resolved that the copy of this resolution be forwarded by the Clerk of the House of Representatives to the Jeff Coombs Memorial Foundation, House of Representatives, and this was adopted on September 7, 2021. Signed by Speaker Ronald Mariano, the Clerk of the House, and your representative, Allison Sullivan. Thank you.